Meanwhile, at Finem versus Ninjas in Pajamas, this is a hype start, I think. Being able to watch Ninjas in Pajamas, I think this is a team that a lot of people are looking forward to.
Oh, yeah.
Seeing Universe.
It's kind of his big return, right?
Yeah, his big return, returning with PPD as well, being able to see some fresh young faces in there. We've got Gunner on the mid lane, which I know a lot of people are excited to see, being a streamer and all that. He's got a okay following. Ad Finem, meanwhile, back from the dead.
Really? Yeah. I mean, they disappeared. They were.
That's your segue. He's just like, Ad Finem's back from the dead, and just looks at me.
You know, if there's a news article about TI European qualifiers, I feel like that is the story, though. Like, they were.
It'll be a story for the first couple days of group
and then
stage.
they're not in the playoffs. I mean, they're.
What if they can rekindle? What if they can bring back?
Yeah.
The Greek magic.
They played some tournaments, though.
The finals of Boston.
It's not like this is their first big. Yeah. They played online stuff, and I don't think they've done
I love
great.
the Greeks, but we're gonna do some history here, because if I'm not mistaken,
are we talking recent history? Or are we talking like old history?
Ad Finem beat Newbie, LGDFY, and then DC, but
Boston.
they beat the two Chinese teams 2-1. Yeah, this is back in Boston. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile,
Boston. Who'd they be in the group stage, Kyle? Come on, give us the full picture.
Boston.
I don't remember.
Group stage.
They were third in group. They lost to OG and eHome.
Well, can't win them all.
It was a best of one. It was a single elim tournament. This was like back when, for some reason, we were doing single elim. Mm-hmm. So we had this completely worthless group stage. And then we're like, hey, guys, go play a BO3. Not a fan. That was the tournament.
You guys lost to WG Unity, right?
Yeah,
after beating, I was in the bus with you.
EG twice, we lost to WG Unity, and EG ends up fourth in the tournament.
Yeah, you guys finished top 2 of your group, and EG were bottom 2 of the same
Correct.
group. I mean, the season didn't matter.
That face you just did. I feel like that was the summation of Kyle's career complexity, trying to captain that team. The Home Alone face.
Yeah.
I just remember I was in the
BDG, but oh no, WG Unity.
That was Afu and Ajit.
Yeah.
That was a good team.
They were good. They had Moon playing mid.
Yeah, I mean that team was like super, actually legit. I remember you going to the bus on the way the bus with you guys are super confident. I'm thinking, man, like, dude, WG Unity. This is not an easy opponent.
Yeah, of course, God. But what else did you think, Parker? Did you think maybe we should have banned Luna and Timbersaw?
I can't remember the draft, dude. Kyle, I don't actually remember shit. Did I think that?
Dude, Kyle's gonna be like 70 years old, and he's gonna be this old crotchety old man. And we should have banned Luna and Timbersaw back in 2017.
Yeah, I imagine Afu was probably playing Earth Spirit or something. Maybe you should have banned that.
There's a lot of mistakes that were made, all right? I made a lot of mistakes in life.
You beat Sumo mid, though.
I did. I'm going to tell my kids about that one day. He'll be coming over for dinner and be like, you think this punk's got it, huh? You think he's good or something? Yep. Well, I'll tell you what. It was a day where I was the best. Well, not a day. A 7-minute period.
I mean, at least, it's a TI game. It counts for something.
Oh, yeah. If only it counted financially.
All right. So we did history lessons for Ad Finem. Well, what's the modern history? You guys believe in the Greeks? Yeah?
Well, there isn't really
much
you
didn't
to say.
It sounds like you have nothing good to say about them when they got second at a major, Kyle.
Now when they can't win qualifiers.
Yeah, that's how. Maybe I shouldn't ask you what you think of them now.
Well,
because it's been downhill since then.
It has. But that's also partly because they split up, right? They got different offers. They all thought that they were the reason that they succeeded, only to realize that, no, it was our friendship that really gave us our power. So now they're back together.
Okay.
I think the NiP stack, can we talk about that? That's a new squad. The PPD built lineup. Okay, so history, going into history. This team was built back at Epicenter. Okay, I'm serious, because we were at the Shisha Bar. The Epicenter has this hotel. It's like over here. There's a Shisha Bar right next door that's open until 4. And one night, I think I don't remember who I was with. It was like probably Cyborg Matt and I think it was Lizard or something. And we go to Shisha, and there's Peter, Biver, Pycat, Gunner, and Skeeter. And what do you know? All of a sudden, Byver and Skeeter on the new NIP. Like,
mean,
they were definitely tapped for this way back when.
I mean, they've been playing together for a little while, though. Those two.
That sounds similar to the TI7 panel.
Yeah, that was my theory.
It was Peter,
Piecat, yeah.
Next thing you know.
What?
Peter's good at, grabbing those TI panelists.
Yeah. I also think the irony, if you remember the tweet, like, hey, looking for all new players, and then the clarification, hey, guys, I'm still with NIP. And if any good players want to play, please feel free to message me.
Like a public tweet that his teammates were kicked or moving on. I don't know about kicked, but...
Oh, they were kicked.
Oh, they were kicked.
I mean,
who knows? Faz's got his new team. 33's got his new team.
You don't think he wanted to keep a single member?
Can you name a member of that team on NIP?
33?
Who's observing?
I think I'll do the observer. I got it, guys.
All right.
I'm fresh. I'm ready. I'm awake.
No, you're not.
And you guys are going to observe the rest of the day.
Whoa. Whoa. I
You
do
know
not
what that
feel
is?
my observing is at a good enough level to deliver a good product.
You know what that's like? That's like whenever the movies, in some sort of like camping scenario, or the hero of the story always goes, "I'll take first watch." And like everybody's like, "Oh wow, what a selfless leader." That's bullshit.
Yeah.
Taking first watch is by far the best watch to take because it means you don't have to wake up in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
God's over here. I'll take first observing.
First or last? I mean, last watch you still feel groggy and shit when you wake up, I guess. But
Well, the worst has got to be the second watch, whatever that is. Wherever you sleep for a couple hours and now you're up again.
Yeah.
That never put me on that one because we're all gonna die.
Yeah.
The zombies are gonna overrun the base camp, and I'm gonna be like, "Oh shit, sorry guys, I fell asleep."
You get in some weird headspace when you're doing like the 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. Like you're just standing there, you're just like, what am I doing with my life? Like what happened? What wrong turns did I take in my life to end up here?
how many? This is 4 out of 5 of the Greeks, right? It's not all 5. They have a different.
Yeah, they have a different.
They've got Madara or not?
They've got Thug from their old MLG days.
Oh, okay.
MLG Austin.
Okay.
That they could not get their regular mid, so they got Thug instead.
And they still have Skylark. Is he still on the team?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah.
I got observer duties. I can't go checking rosters.
Understandable. Yeah, Skylark.
Okay,
maybe
Skylark.
next time.
Oh.
Madara.
Oh right.
Spartan. Who was their mid?
They had Thug for at some point. Well, maybe not Boston though. I guess.
I don't think that was for Boston. But Thug was like the stand-in. Okay. I remember the first tournament he played with them he was a stand-in for MLG Austin.
Yeah. All right. Well, this is I would say the debut. This is game 2. Analyst, do we know what happened in game 1?
Yes, we do actually.
Good. We're just not going to tell the viewers.
We know.
Well, we're going to tell
we're about
the
to know.
viewers.
We're about to know. I'm just curious because obviously this is game 2 of a 2-game series. I would say like the expectations of NIP to win. This is also a totally new NIP team. We don't really know how good NIP is necessarily going to be.
I mean, we don't know how good any of these EU teams are going to be.
I'd say the exception is maybe X Alliance, like the new Liquid. You know what to expect there at least, right?
Yeah. Also, it's not on Dota Buff or Liquipedia, so I actually have no idea who won the game.
Cool.
We're
going in blind.
Stop lying to them.
God damn it! I should have logged off Steam though. Freaking Bulldogs give me pop-ups.
Yeah, same.
Why?
Oh, again, you get the little pop-ups.
You're friends with Bulldog on Steam?
Yeah, man.
Oh wow.
We played Dota together.
All right.
Well, you're not,
really.
Kyle?
Yeah, come on, Kyle.
You know that's like the face of Dota 2 right now.
Is it?
You should probably.
I think he's more the belly button.
The belly button.
The face of Dota 2 is
What?
Dendy.
What's the belly? That means to be the belly button of something.
I don't know. Think about it.
That's what I'm trying to do now. At first, I thought you were going with like the low-hanging fruit and saying he's like the belly, but no, it's the belly button.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know. You're ticklish. There's like a little lint in there. Oh, arrow missed. That's you know.
Guarantee.
Do you ever do any
Greek squad?
self-assessment as a caster when you realize like You know, here I am. Like, my job is just to be like, oh no, we missed the spell.
Oh,
That's it.
I mean, play-by-play casters, you mean? Yeah, their job's pretty easy, right?
Yeah. Can I take that job? Because we're doing role swaps and stuff, aren't we? Or is that
At some
what?
point.
Should we not reveal that yet?
know.
Why do you have a
We can reveal
goblet? I
whatever
have
we
a
want.
goblet.
We all got goblet.
We all have goblin.
Oh, that was nice.
You can
They
actually
stopped the
put
chain
stuff in
away.
there.
This is not going to be a happy Timbersaw. I feel like this is a hero that you don't want to see have a bad start too.
Definitely not. It's miserable to play from behind. It's just not a hero that functions in that manner. You got to be ahead so that you can bully. If you can't bully, like, what's your point? What's the point?
They've just got a ton of magic damage for him too.
Yeah.
That is.
It's
It's going to be terrible for him.
Yeah, it's a good temper game, but he needs a strong lane for it to be solid. I'm
Yeah.
surprised they didn't make sure he was matched up against the SK. You don't want to play against Gyro in a tri-lane, that's for sure.
He's only just barely hit level 3, so rough times. Good old 4-position Marana. And this was one of MNT's heroes back in the day, I feel. You know, he should be happy. Marana's kind of back in the meta, but I think MNT's also one of those 4-position players that had. I mean, I haven't heard his name since those old Ad Finem days. Like, I don't think he's like was ever talked about as like one of the big free agents for teams to pick up necessarily.
I mean, you used the word magic. I think that was accurate because that team was not a second-place major team, but they got on some sort of mythical energy, and there they went.
Fluke, would you say? Fluke Major?
No, I mean, it's not quite the level of OG, who have now fluked their way to 2 TIs.
Yeah.
Being very serious, of course. Ad Finem, I think, is just a bit. They were a bit more skilled.
Then OG.
Yeah.
Okay. If they're, that's why they didn't win. If they were
So
true
they fluked
flukers,
harder.
they would have.
won TI. Nice. If
they-
only
they-
TI was a single elimination tournament.
Yeah. That would have been ideal.
Yeah.
Because that was such a weird event, man.
I mean, OG would have won if it was single limb, right? They didn't lose any on the main stage, at least.
True.
That's
They
crazy.
haven't lost an upper bracket match. Or rather,
Well,
they won
OG
something
since
insane. Like
TI 6,
21
I guess.
series. Like 21 in a
Yeah.
row.
Thompson's undefeated in TI main stage.
Fucking. Wow.
You look at his record as a player outside of TI. It's like
so
he would look like a tier 3 player almost if you look at non-TI results for Thompson.
Yeah.
You know, they lost some like Red Bull show match thing that they played in Canada. And this is like to like some stand-in team. It's
Yeah.
like, this guy's like, but he's won TI twice. He's amazing.
Have you seen the memes about him at TI8 versus TI9?
With the hair.
Yeah.
It's good.
It's great.
So wait, he didn't cut his hair since last TI or something? Was that it? Like after winning TI? Was that?
Something like that,
I can't
yeah.
remember.
He's got like that Samson strength now.
Yeah.
Is that a story that people learn outside of America, Samson and Delilah? It's one of those like Bible stories that everybody learns.
I haven't learned it.
I don't even know what the moral of it is.
Don't trust the women. That's why it's an American Bible story. Don't trust
I
them
don't
women. They gon'
Hey.
get ya. K-Kona.
Okay. I don't actually know this story.
Moral of
But,
the story, Papa. And that's why women shouldn't be given the right to vote, Jimmy.
You can't say that, Cap.
no,
Suffrage is important. This is going to be a rough one, guys.
what, today or just this week? Or
Oh, today.
All right.
What even
It's going great so far. I think. I don't know.
Whoa. What's happening? The game's not going so great for Ad
Skylark.
Finem.
I mean, Skylark's having a rough one.
Yeah, meanwhile, they've allowed Universe to be able to, like, do a little polling sometimes. The lane pushes into them. NiP are, like, a lot more controlled.
Yeah. What do you think? Gunner Invoker. You guys play your fair share of NA pubs. Is this something you run into and you're thinking, oh, shit, Gunner's playing Invoker?
No, not yet.
Okay.
It's more of a Gunner thinks he can play
That's not
Invoker.
Ember.
But he'll get there.
Okay.
The thing about Gunner that I love is that the man works hard. He puts
Yeah.
in the time, the effort, and I think that eventually he'll get good at every hero. For now, though, maybe not the best Invoker.
Okay. Rotation up top with the gyro. They're going to bring down Madara. That's, one of the heroes else doing well in that Finem.
Used your TP and your skeletons. That's going to feel so bad. It just killed so much of your farming time, and it was just before his Hand of Midas.
It's such a strange draft. Wraith King Timber Quap.
Oh, misses the arrow.
Oh, jeez. What, Cat? What's so
Greek
funny, Cat?
magic is not alive right now. maybe their powers will be amplified if they come back together instead, missing disruption arrows constantly.
Now, this is the Boston Magic where they don't care about the group stage. They're a playoffs team.
True.
They're waiting. Well, I guess you got to get to the playoffs, but
It's important to take that first step.
yeah.
Oh, what the? All right.
Sonic Wave coming through. They're going to look to bring down the Earth Spirit. They've already lost Shadow Demon in the
Why
process.
didn't he blink? If the Quap blinked, he would have killed the Invoker. What?
Earth Spirit
What?
trying to fog.
What?
Pushes them away. I don't know what you're
No.
looking at. You're impressed by something, Kyle.
Well, what was that? He was.
Are
Sorry.
you talking about what I was looking at or something
Yeah,
else?
I was
Oh,
watching
yeah.
your screen. I was. What the hell is
Earth
going
Spirit's
on?
just baiting him in. That Miranda was not too scary.
MNT's just like, all right, I'm not leaving. I'm surprised they're not playing more aggressive with this Wraith King trying to stop this gyro.
He's gone minus, right? Yeah, he's just got it now.
God, I don't know how to feel about that build.
Midas first.
Yeah. It's just Midas is so expensive now.
Yeah,
I
that
really
was one of the nerfed items, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
1750 gold now on the recipe. I really prefer when people upgrade their boots at least before they pick it up.
Well, Phase Boots got nerfed, though. Do you still think that way?
Even if you go treads, I just think there's too much value in picking up an early game item. I just don't like regular raw boots into straight Midas because it means you effectively can't play aggressive. What time is it in the game? Like what, 11 minutes now?
9.
Oh,
Close.
I cannot read that number.
Okay. I mean, Midas has always been one of those items where it's like, if you're going to get it, you want to get it fast, though. Right?
True. It's actually very fast considering laning phase. He's dead.
Yeah.
Thing is, Timber, but this is the sort of thing I'm talking about where, Timbersaw has absolutely no game and will not have one. And it's buying space for Madara to clean up his, he has a farming item now, but he's not actually creating pressure in the game yet. And
I mean,
I don't know.
is that on him or is that on their total failing in the laning phase? You know?
Like, the Timber, you don't want your 3 position to be playing catch-up at 10 minutes in, necessarily.
It's like this just wasn't the game plan to begin with, right? Like, they have what should be some okay lanes. They should be able to have this Quap out-rotate the Invoker as well. Like, there should be enough tempo set that Wraith King doesn't have to create all the space, right? They just...
in theory, but
terrible lanings.
I don't know. I feel really weird about Quap. It's one of those heroes that, if I'm not mistaken, because we picked that a lot back in Cold, but that was our highest loss rate hero with more than 15 games picked.
Okay.
So I've never really understood how to make it work. I liked what LGD did, where you pick it with a Spectre and a Tide, and you have this kind of game where Quap is just free to do whatever the hell he wants because, there's going to be team fight and AoE stuns, and your late game is all provided by other heroes. Quap just kind of, you farm lanes and show up. But when you're playing with a Wraith King going Midas and the Timber behind, there's so much pressure now on Quap to try and make things happen.
Nope.
He's dead.
Speaking of that, Quap, no escape from that Cold Snap Urn combo with the Earth Spirit leading the way.
It's another hero that got some change timings in a way.
That's
The Quap late game now is insane, right? But I still don't feel very good when I have a Quap on my team, even though it's arguably, right, it feels like it should be good, right? This mid-game tempo-setting hero that now has better late game than it used to, that seems like it would be even better than it was
AoE
before.
Fear is busted, but
yeah, AoE Fear is mega
level
bugged.
25. That's
I mean, even the AoE Shadow Strike is insane at level 20.
Some action down bottom. The NiP side lost Gyrocopter, but followed up with a Mirana kill. I mean, they're online ready to fight. The Quaswex Invoker with Urn is active. Gyrocopter, active core as well. Has about to level 9, has max rock barrage. All the real things you need to fight as a Gyrocopter, so. They're looking to punish the fact that Wraith King has this Midas and can't really do a whole lot. I feel like Corp's one of those heroes. It could. You feel good about the Corp on your team when she's just snowballing, like has 0 deaths in the game, is making a few rotations. But when you see your Corp 1 and 3, you're like, oh god, we have a Quap. There's not really much of a recovery plan for a Quap with this kind of start.
Pretty much. And Invoker is going to probably find another kill unless the invis. Yeah, no detection. Got to bring those sentries. This is a tip. This is welcome to my life, guys. 4 position, and I bet he's saying in team chat right now, hey guys, we need dust.
He just bought us.
Hey,
He learned his lesson,
my
you know?
man.
That's Biber, I guess, on the Earth Spirit. Still chasing, looking for more. Gunner. He's all over the place. This Cold Snap Urn combo wreaking havoc, and I mean, NiP are just running all over the place.
Yeah. They're playing really well. Madara, this is your typical Wraith King and your typical Madara in the sense that he's just farming.
You say it like it's a bad thing. Like he's that's the carry role. That's his role of the team. You know, it's like it'd be like with Infamous. Yeah, it's like oh, you know, Hector, he's farming his off his team. It's like, yeah, that's what works.
I mean,
that's how they win games.
Sure, but I mean, this hasn't worked for Madara though. Like his teams haven't been able to activate him properly, and he effectively plays every game with the same archetype, which is, hey, I'm gonna farm and be the most farmed hero on the team, and then I'm gonna use my farm.
Yeah. And he's there right now.
Well, at least he's going the armlet build.
Block the hard camp.
He's at least going to try and get aggressive. Armlet, blink.
It's the right game for it, right?
Yeah.
You can't afford to go that Radiance style when you're playing against Quaswex Invoker and this crazy strong teamfight ganking lineup of NiP.
Sad part is that it does mean that his farm will be slower because he doesn't have the Radiance, and then that in turn means his level 20 is going to be slower, so the Invoker's going to, like, his timing is just going to be so strong for such a long period of time. But, no, I think you're totally right. The Radiance build would just be terrible. You would just get busted in every single fight by all this magic damage.
It just takes way too long to come online as well.
This dude's never coming online. Poor old Skylark.
Yeah.
It doesn't even feel like entirely his fault. Like he had to tri-lane, play into a tri-lane that he couldn't really lane against, and
that's the difference between like Finem and NiP in the sense it's really just the knowledge. You've got PPD versus SSA Spartan. I think that a lot of the smart money is probably on PPD and little things that you don't really discuss, but like there's no way you want Timber against a tri-lane ever, and yet that's somehow the lane that he's given. You have no game. Like this Timbersaw is not going to be relevant.
I'm not in the HUZ, but if you looked at some stats, saw Timber's win percentage as a hero when he plays 1v1 versus in a 1v3 kind of lane setup, I imagine the hero has a much higher win rate in 1v1 kind of laning setups.
Yeah, because you're both XP, and you're one of the rare heroes that's XP and gold dependent. You need the level advantage, and you need certain items so that you can stay on map and also have the durability to survive. If you don't have either one, it's like you're doing what he's doing now, which is throwing out chakrams to try and farm a couple CS from the safety of a high ground.
Yeah. Ooh. Could have been a kill.
And if you don't have that survivability, then you can no longer become the tower blocker.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
You can't be that Tidehunter or Timbersaw, whatever, that stands in front of these hero pushes.
We
he could very easily just get picked off, and then a push is going to come in.
We need a word for that kind of hero. Can you? What's the word for that? Because it's not tank. What, like Bristleback, Timbersaw, heroes that sort of run in or hit the tower, provide vision, can sort of say, oh, hey, enemy hero, let me see what's up, and run at them. Like, what is that called? Night Stalker is similar.
I mean, I said tower blocker, but, guess Kyle didn't like that.
You gave him up.
Not good enough. You can do better.
What's your history of coming up with words, Kyle? I don't know. Dangle and what's your other one?
Danglers and Wranglers or
no,
something?
Danglers and Tanglers.
Oh, man. That's
and I stand by.
You got your danglers and your your wranglers. You're either a fisher or you're a bull rider.
Well, you spend the whole early mid-game farming, you get picked off once. That's what's happened to Madara.
Yeah, I was gonna say they had the Aghanim Scepter coming in on Gyrocopter, and you could see them earlier. They were trying to move towards that Wraith King.
Sorry.
They're just like they just know they're so much stronger. They can kill a Wraith King twice, no problem. They just camp on him. And Finem can't really fight into this. Once you get Aghanim Scepter on Gyrocopter, you become so tanky and
feels
scary.
so good. You literally just start doing double damage with auto attacks as well.
Now everybody's going this Diffusal build, but oh god, I hate it.
Why?
I mean, like I hate being on the receiving end
Oh.
of it. I go and hit this Gyrocopter, I stun him, but he's still auto-attacking and burning my mana. I'm just like, what?
It's so good here as well. Yeah, Wraith King and Timbersaw not only suffer when they're out of mana, but the Diffusal allows you to just stay on top of them, kite their damage as well.
Yeah.
That was it Anna who went the Diffusal
Yeah,
Jarrett
no,
TI
it's
against Thompson against it was against Timbersaw as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bristleback.
Bristleback, yeah, that's the one.
But same concept.
Yeah.
And again, it's because that's another hero that likes to get up in your face, play aggressive, and with the Diffusal, you just shut it down. Yeah, how do you deal damage if you have no mana?
That's the. I mean, Gyro wasn't really killing him or doing much damage with the Diffusal, but the amount of damage you were reducing with it was pretty insane.
I know you're trying to get, finish up this Orchid on your Quamp, but you're not going to have much of a timing anyway because you're already versus an Oracle. So that item is already countered by the heroes, but then the tankiness of the Gyrocopter is going to play against you. You've got Gunner who is going to be finishing up a Yule's probably about 5 minutes. So you're going to have a very small window to use this Orchid effectively.
No.
Wait, he's really still keeping the Orchid, huh?
This to me is Quap's like Quap is a hero in a nutshell. Like you think, oh, I gotta go this Orchid. You get that first Oblivion stuff, and you're committed.
Yeah.
It could suddenly turn into a late, really bad Orchid game. But what else do you do?
So I've got an idea. Kyle, what would you like to see him go?
What? You said
For
you had
instead
what's
of the
your
Orchid.
idea?
Oh, I would have liked Aghanim Scepter. I think he literally just needs to buy a ton of time. I don't think there's a good item to solve this game, but I think you have to go late game in this case.
Thing is, I feel like you go late game in a different direction, though. I would have preferred to see just a bunch of build-up items picked up.
Well, they're getting picked off wherever they go. Not sure what they're doing in the enemy side of the map there, but NiP suddenly at 5. The Universe got a solo kill down bottom before that.
Yeah, I just think I like Quaps where you're 6-slotted faster. I think you're a similar hero in a lot of ways.
Should have gone Midas.
No. Well, actually, I've seen Quaps go Drums Midas, and I actually like that better than Orchid. Just because I think you're more level dependent nowadays than you were previously, because your talents are just so good. Quap's talents are amazing. From 10 through 25.
Gunner? Is this an overstep?
Kick him out.
He's got Oracle behind him. He should be okay here. Yeah, there's the false promise to turn around. And a nice Universe 2 hero stun. Arrow's going to land on Gunner, but he's still got plenty of health to play around in. This Timbersaw cannot move against the Invoker.
Their team is just too strong. Yeah, how do you fight into this PP lineup? What is it, 420? 421?
We had 420 for a second. I'm sure some of the fans and viewers enjoyed that one.
420 always goes past too soon.
Yeah.
You don't have enough time to enjoy it.
Well, this is, shellacking.
But Madar's first place in the net worth. Don't forget. He's ready soon.
I don't think he individually is doing anything horrifically poorly or wrong this game. I think it's like the overall game plan is where things fell apart for me at least.
Sure,
maybe, and part of that game plan is maybe how they picked for him, but it's like
Madara got after that run at Boston. Madara was looked at as like this player that was the next up and coming carry. Commentators were hype on him. A lot of the teams were hype on him. But end of the day, I think he's a good player. But until he can alter his play style, he's never going to be great. Because right now, he is your prototypical, I will farm, I will have a Midas or a Radiance, and I will farm more, and eventually I'll win the game because of my farm. And that's just not Dota anymore.
Yeah.
You've got to hit a timing. You watch OG play, it's something like 17 minutes in, they're like, hey, I've got my drums, let's go. And they start bodying people. NiP are putting their own spin on it this game where it's similar. They're just strong mid-game team fight, playing together. How do you fight them now?
I like how the concept of tower damage has gone out the window for like the last year. It's like, do we really need to hit towers? Or can we just kill them over and over again until we beat them into submission? They can't fight us anymore. Then we'll take towers naturally.
That rocket barrage damage. Whew. With the Ag Scepter. Yeah, they're just getting kill after kill. Wherever they go. 422 now.
Chat's cut up to us. They're providing names for the frontliners, which I think is a boring name.
Okay.
Because, yeah, we know they're frontliners, but, like,
Yeah.
what's the term?
Yeah.
Thick boys.
Boys. Yep.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
And
What else
then
we got?
tanks.
Tank. Yeah, tank. That's a
Really?
that's a MOBA classic. You got your tanks. I mean, it's one of those things which Dota, I think, viewers and stuff always like, oh, you know, we don't have these classifications like tanks, but you do generally want these tanky frontliners.
Yeah. I think brawler,
Brawler.
bruiser, bully.
Okay.
One of those. Biff. Dude, that's it.
Biff?
They're
Biff.
Biffs.
The Biff?
Nah.
You didn't watch Back to the Future?
Yes. I'm still saying nah.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
I like thick boys more than Biff.
Boy, that's, yeah, well, Thick Boys is the best suggestion I heard there. I'm
Some
like,
thick, meaty boys. That's what this draft needs.
I'll say that on a panel one day. Probably tomorrow.
Kyle's gonna come into my. So I came up with this term
Yeah.
for these heroes that defend towers. It's called thick boys.
are there no tanky frontline female heroes? Like, what about thick girls, you know?
Legion Commander is the closest you
Yeah.
can come to that. And I
That's-
don't really
that's the
think
only one I
she
can think
serves
of.
that purpose.
Like, Death Prophet kind of is a frontliner at times.
No.
Spectre?
Doesn't mean the same
Eh.
thing.
But no,
No.
they're not like the traditional strength offlaney type heroes that do that.
All right, Ice Frog.
Radiant's top tower.
Where's the
Yeah.
Where's the what, Cap?
feels like these female heroes are getting paid 70 cents on the dollar right now.
Jesus Christ. You can't say that.
What?
What do you mean? You can say that. You can't say the opposite. That's what you're
I'm fighting for women, Kyle. What are you doing?
Moving on. You ever heard the line, creativity, or is it originality, is just how well you hide your sources? You know who said that?
haven't. No.
Yes, I have heard that.
But you know who said it, though?
No.
Okay. It
Did
was
you
me.
say it?
Yeah, it was me.
Oh.
I saw where that one was
Really
going.
good job hiding those sources, Kyle.
Yeah.
Hey, it's coming out. In Dota, you got to steal if you want to get good. That's just how it goes. A lot of the concepts that have been used to win are able to be digested and studied. It's just a matter of if you know how to. Also, that's a really early Yule's Vessel in Gunner. He's very farmed for a Crosswex Invoker. Maybe it's just in comparison to
He's not-
Timber.
I mean, I guess he's not farming that well comparative to the others, but yeah, it is Crosswex.
All right. 3-slotted Wraith King is online.
But it's none
He
of
just
those
needs
items
his
matter.
BKB, the 4th slot.
Yeah,
then he
he's so
needs his 5th
squishy.
slot. And then the 6th slot. And then the game's over.
It just none of those items make him actually strong. Your Timbersaw's net worth is in the gutter.
Yeah.
You've got a Quap, and then you have a Wraithkin that's going to blink in blind.
Dire's middle tower is
They
under
need
attack.
Skeeter to swap
Dire's
names with
structures are
Madara.
fortified.
He's not playing Hector right
Oh.
now. He's being very active. He's trying to be
That's true.
involved.
Yeah, but NiP, they just have so much more mobility.
Is under attack.
Like, Universe is huge.
He's
Yeah.
how highly do you guys currently rate Universe? You know, he's making his return to the offlane. Do you think he's a top 10 offlaner right now, or he needs to still prove it?
I think he still has to prove it.
I think, to quote Seb, you are your best Dota, right? That's how good you are as a player.
With your best Dota was, you know, well, I mean, for Universe, like, he had a year off, basically.
But it was good for him.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Maybe, yeah, it's not to...
I think him and
Raised
Rezo
doubts.
are like my two guys that were most that are going to do the best in this upcoming season. Although Rezo is playing off lane, but I don't know. I imagine he got the call from VP, and they were just like, "Hey, we want you off lane." He's like, "I'll do anything.
Yeah.
You sure you don't want me to support Solo's fine? Okay, cool. Wait, off lane? Yeah, I'd love off lane. I've played that before. Centaur? Yeah, I can do that." Just get me out. Never mind.
Get me out of North America.
Get me out.
I mean, he said a while back, yeah, he didn't really want to play on CIS teams, but I think he then realized what playing on NA teams is like. You know, he's like, "Ooh, I thought CIS was bad, but NA Dota, whew, these pubs, had enough of that."
The queue time scared him off.
Yeah, he's just not playing Dota.
He's like, NA is bad because they can't even get games.
Well, NIP take tier 3, going to fall back to Shrines. Good old disciplined PPD squads in action here.
Yeah. I respect BBD because he always does the easy things. We played against each other a whole bunch through Han, through Dota, and he's I don't know how to put it. It felt. You ever play?
I felt like a backhanded compliment. I respect him because he always does the easy things.
But that's actually more difficult than you'd think. Like, Peter isn't going to give you free opportunities to win the game. You will need to either have some sort of better draft, a better timing, some concept advantage. But, you know, they kill the tier 3 mid, they immediately go for the top shrine, they retreat to their high ground. Yep. There's no window here for Finem to make a play. You know they're going to smoke out. It's exactly what they do. But there's no opportunity for NiP to get punished. Like, and this is consistent. That's what makes it special. It's that it's always going to be this. And you typically just don't get those free windows to take advantage of when you're playing against a Peter-led team.
It does seem like he instills a certain amount of discipline in his players.
Sort of like the Marine Corps did with you, Cap?
Yeah. I guess. I like to think I was pretty disciplined before that.
I don't believe it. You ever fall asleep on watch?
Not by myself, no. I fell asleep in a foxhole, but there was somebody else covering me, so. Like, you know.
Fox, what does that mean?
Foxhole?
Foxhole, yeah.
Like, you know, a hole in the ground that you dug.
Okay. But, so you're and you were meant to be staying awake,
Yeah, and we were meant to be
theoretically?
staying awake, but it was,
Okay.
you know, buddy system, so.
Yeah, you were with
I
someone.
had somebody
so it's
else,
like-
and I was like, I'm too fucking tired right now. I'm going to sleep.
Everyone,
I was like, I don't care.
everyone I know in the military just says that the whole thing is trying to find time and windows to sleep. Because
Yeah.
there's never enough.
Dude, you look forward to sleep so much. Sleep and food. That just becomes your life at some point.
How does military food rate?
Not great, but
Is
it's
it-
still your highlight.
Is
That
it wor-
should tell you everything about the experience.
Worse than airplane food, or better?
Definitely worse than airplane
Okay.
food.
Wow,
Thank God.
that's pretty low tier.
I went to high school in one of those places in that income bracket where there was a recruiter for a different branch pretty much every week in the cafeteria. And not going to lie, I did consider at a point joining for the free college because I didn't want to have $100,000 of debt. And I'm really glad I didn't. I don't think I would have been cut out for that.
Instead, you chose to play video games.
Indeed. And that was the choice that made all the difference.
You didn't get yourself into debt.
It's true.
That was probably the most positive financial outcome in that situation.
There's some crazy stuff. Like, you know the average net worth of the American 21-year-old? It's like negative $40,000.
yeah.
Shout out to all the kids watching. Good luck, guys.
It's it's what 6 in the morning. They're all asleep, or they're playing video games. That's what they should be doing. It sounds like.
Wait,
That's
Guts,
what you're
did
telling
you
me.
graduate college?
No.
All right, so we're three
Yeah.
college dropouts talking about the dangers of going to college. Yeah, this is great.
No.
I went to college
bias.
3 different times. I just never
Wait, really?
I got the job done.
What were you studying?
I went to college too.
studied a bit of everything. I did computer science. I did creative writing. I did biomedicine.
Creative writing.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you really going to college when you're trying to major in creative writing?
I don't know why you're flaming creative writing. I feel like you could have taken that class with your recent essay.
Oh, sure. But that was my life, Scott.
I'm joking. That was good. It was good. It was a good essay.
Yeah, you almost read the whole thing.
I did read the whole thing. It was a very
I
interesting read into your
I
mind.
remember I sent it. I can't remember who it was. It might have been my dad. I'm like, hey, tell me what you think of this. And I linked it to him. He's like, oh, that's really long. I'll tell you later.
and they never told you.
I think he did. It might not have been my dad. I don't remember.
guys, you want to know something? Kyle posted this in this like group chat that we have, and I took the time. Like I saw it immediately. I took the time. I read it. I gave him some of my notes, some of my feedback, and then I go on Twitter and see that he had already posted it before he had even put it in the WhatsApp. I was like, what was the point? What was the point of putting it in the WhatsApp? I thought you wanted feedback.
I edited it a bit based on what you said, though.
I was like, what the hell? You might as well have just linked your Twitter post, Kyle.
But that would have been
would've gotten
self-promotion.
points.
You wouldn't have felt special.
Dude, that
this
chat
is
has
an
like 20
intimate-
people in it. I didn't feel special from the get-go.
That's the only event group chat that has lasted through the test of time, and I think it's just because we played Mafia so much.
Probably.
We also have a great mascot. Shout out to Enrock, aka Eric Wendell, the Swedish sensation.
He's not listening right now.
No, he's not. But he would.
And everybody listening doesn't know who that is. But shout out to you, man.
And Dave. Dave, I know you're watching.
Don't
Here's
forget
to you,
about
man.
Jimbo and the crew. You want to name any more names? Kyle's joking on his tee right now.
There's some. Hang on, never mind. We'll
There's
get
just
into it
not
later.
much to talk about here.
They
because
still
literally
have-
this Wraith King can't get damage on them.
Yeah.
He's gonna get kited for years.
That's with. I mean, he hasn't had BKB up now,
Passive
but he
BKB.
just gets picked off for nothing.
Radiant's middle barracks
They still have 4
is
kills.
full.
They've had 4
Dire's
kills
bottom
since like
tower
15
is
minutes.
Oh God, you're right. At
And-
some point in time, every Dota game turns into this, where it's like at some point in time you're just playing to kill somebody, anybody.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. You just need that one, and
Yeah.
then you can call GG.
Yeah, these kind of games are rough. And they're trying to split push their way. I mean, I was going to say back into it. They're not really trying to get back into it.
Jesus.
They're just trying to
dying.
they're trying to make it more respectable, but it's turning into an uglier game because they're just getting picked apart in like 4 different parts
It's
of the
like
map.
that tennis player story, right? If you heard that one? It's like nobody kills us 26 times in a row and gets away with it.
It's no. I'll get it for you.
Yeah,
I'll get
Some
it.
guy
Okay.
got beat by some other guy like 25 times in a row.
shit, yeah.
And when he beat him, finally he's like, "Let that be a lesson to you. Nobody beats, John 26 times in a row and gets away with it."
Yep.
This is what Ad Finem's playing for.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Get that one last kill.
All right, your next BK, you got a 9-second BKB.
Radiant's bottom barracks
He's got to do
are
something
under attack.
during it, but
All right.
It was tennis player Vitas Gerolaitis, I believe a Greek tennis player actually.
well,
Lost
perfect.
16 times in a row to Jimmy Connors. He then won a game and said, "Let that be a lesson to you. Nobody beats Vitas Gerolaitis 17 times in a row." Which I love. That to me is the essence of like humor and and like a mix.
self-awareness.
Yeah,
like,
it's great.
Like, yeah.
You've got to be able to acknowledge and live with your own failures. Or perhaps just be a success. However, I have not experienced that method of living my life, so.
It's okay, Kyle. It's a good lesson for the viewers. There are far more failures out there than there are successfuls.
Especially in Twitch chat.
You're talking
Love
to
you guys.
again, three college dropouts that
Yeah.
manage to somehow find themselves in a successful position.
Yep.
We are not the ones to be emulated.
However, there are some essential life lessons you could learn from video games. Such as.
Such
Click
as.
them in the head.
Don't drop your yields.
That's low hanging fruit.
I played a game against, oh god, who was it?
I don't know how it's a life lesson. It was the terrible answer, but
I was playing with Moo in a stack last night, and we were getting dumpstered by we were getting dumpstered by Quincy Crew.
Yeah.
We were getting
The
dumpstered
whole
by
one?
them. I think it was I can't actually remember, but I think it was Quincy Crew. And in this case it would be CCNC, who's playing Storm, and he dropped his Bloodstone, and we stunned him, and we took it away from him, and we still lost the game. It felt so bad, man. We were getting absolutely trashed for like 25 minutes straight. And then he dropped his Bloodstone right as we
And
started.
it gave you hope.
Probably had like a bunch of charges and stuff on it too.
And we're like, guys, they actually threw the game. Maybe we can win. We didn't.
If only that had worked. That game in TI5, I mean, it was pretty over at that point. I actually regret the upper bracket game one the most because my item build was garbage and I lost just the game. But that match, we won. I think we won like 200 grand at that TI. But if we had won that third game, we would have won at least like 850 grand. Which is a sizable difference, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Always about the money with you, Kyle.
Well, yes.
Yeah, me too. Probably if I was in your scenario, I'm not competing at TI. But
All right, Madara's been kicked back to. They're gonna smoke up just so they can get somewhere closer to him.
I got flamed for not commenting the game. The Finem hasn't got a kill, guys, in 15 minutes. What do you want us to do? This is like it's like watching a lion stalk, hunt, and kill a zebra.
they're going in though.
Yeah.
Sonic Wave, they want PPD. He's silent, so he can't use any of his spells right now.
Kill
and
somebody.
Wait, did the one kill in the GG? Or is there still a chance? It's going to be Skitter in the front lines with the Satanic healing up on the Gyrocopter, and they still can't get another kill. Timbersaw can't even change the way out of there. This is going to probably be GG any second now once Madara dies again.
But hang on. Oh, no, he's dead without buyback. NiP, they're running rampant. They're going to get the stun on forwards. The GGs are called. Unbelievable. What a game. NiP back against the wall. But they pull through.
And NiP secure themselves either a 1-1 or a 2-0. We still aren't quite sure.
I'm guessing it's a 2-0 based on how this game went. I could be wrong.
NiP, I mean, yeah, they look good, but it's hard to know. We'll have to see how they fare against, the liquids of Europe. I guess Europe is wide open in a sense with so many teams missing out.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under
Let me
attack.
think. Where, it's not updated anywhere is the problem. Even Dota Buff is snoozing right now.
Liquida? I mean, I don't know.
Maybe they're a new NiP. No, they're not. Go figure. I don't know.
Rough game.
Anyone stand out, NiP? It was just easy peasy.
They all played great Dota.
Okay.
Really great job there, Cap.
Thank
You know, everyone's
That was
got-
my best Nas impression.
the
I think they were all fantastic.
Yeah.
Every single one of them was a star.
The funniest is I've been working with you guys all so much that I know everyone's tick when they're just like they have nothing to say, right? Like Blitz will do this on panels or casting. He'll just like, man, it's just great the way they've pushed the lanes, and you can see how with the lanes pushed, it applies pressure, and it just makes the game so easy to play. Or at a panel, they got to push the lanes, Cap. There's no one that can kill the creeps. It's important. Alan just praises people.
The only reason I did that Allen shot is because I saw him tweet about the new alliance. He's like, I'm so stoked for this team. This is going to be a great team. You know? And
there's a lot more confidence.
I don't have much confidence in that squad.
The new alliance.
The
Okay,
new
yeah,
alliance.
yeah.
Yeah.
Are we just flaming people? Is that what we're doing on this panel?
Flaming.
Yeah.
Because I'm down.
Blitz, Nahaz, alliance.
Anybody else?
I mean, we're flaming the Greeks.
That Phantom got the worst of it for sure.
No, we're gentle on them by not talking too much about the game.
We were gentler than Ninjas in Pajamas was. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Next up, who we got next up?
I don't know.
See.
It's either Alliance NiP or sorry, it's either 683 versus it's
in
Godsent versus
683.
683 or Hippomaniacs versus Oskamani.
We're doing Group B, so we got Godsent 683. Who's on 683, Kyle?
That would be Zip Zap, Wish, Toby, Forza Major, and Antona.
Okay.
From North Macedonia, Georgia, Austria, and 2 Russians.
Austria.
It's a hell of a stack. Yeah, I did not know that North Macedonia was a thing.
I knew there was Macedonia, but North Macedonia.
American geography.
Australian geography too?
Yeah. Georgia, however, I've heard a lot about. I had a friend that moved there. They gave up their citizenship and moved to Georgia for tax purposes. Tbilisi is apparently one of those like hotspots for digital nomads.
Okay. And GodSense, what, old NIP basically? Minus Era, I
Um,
think. I think Era's not on the team.
It's Charlie Dota, Chess Ikezu, EGM, and Zibe. So it's
Oh, it's not.
not really the
Oh,
same
no,
at
it's
all.
not NIP. Yeah, it's a completely different team.
A lot of these Europe stacks have like unknown potential.
Yeah, I hear that roster, and it's like, they could be good.
I mean, we were talking about the new alliance, right? That's a roster that has very unknown potential because, especially with a very new captain, right? Fada's going to be taking over support role and captaining the team, so that'll be very interesting to see how that goes.
Cool.
You know what else will be really interesting? What we discuss during our break, which we need to take to play advertisements. Don't go anywhere.